Well, we're almost to the halfway point in March. We're still bale grazing, and we've accomplished to roll out 20 bales on about 1.5 acres here. And now we're going to move over to the remaining section of this field, which is probably a little over 8 acres. And we have some bales staged over there, and we just rolled one out ahead of the cows. And what we're trying to do is get as many bales rolled out on this field before the ground thaws. And so we had a pretty good period of time, about 14 days, I guess, where we were able to feed out on that 1.5 acres. Ground was frozen. But because we've rolled out hay over that snow for so long, it's attracted a lot of heat. And the snow's melted away and nothing's got muddy yet. So I figured I'd move them on over to here. And concentrating these bales on some of the more degraded sections of this field. So this field was in hay probably the 10 previous years that before we bought it. You can see some manure there from the fall. And it's a really well drained field. It's got drainage tile underneath it, unfortunately. So in the summer, once you hit about mid-July, unless we get rain, this field doesn't grow that well. So what we're trying to do is improve the organic matter so this can retain soil moisture further into the growing season, and ideally throughout the entire grazing season. And I'm pretty sure once we're finished doing our bale grazing practices over the next 5 years or so, this field is going to be much more productive. Historically, it was known as one of the most productive fields in the valley, but taking hay off it every year without any fertilizer or lime in this field was pretty worn down, especially having grown corn and some other grain crops prior to being turned over to hay. So this is a real attempt at restoration here. And I think overall we're doing pretty good. We're moving in the right direction. And it's super well drained soil, which can be a bit of a hindrance in the summer months, as I mentioned. But it's also a real advantage in the winter and in those shoulder seasons when things are quite wet. So that's it for today's video. Just an update on moving around the pasture. The steers and all the animals look really healthy. They've been out in the sunshine all winter and doing great. Thanks.